This morning we're at the Meiji Shrine. This Shinto shrine was built to honor Emperor Meiji and his wife, Empress Shokin. This emperor was responsible for modernizing Japan in the early 20th century. He moved Japan from a feudal state and built Japan into an imperial world power. People are writing wishes and posting them on this board. If I knew how to write in Japanese, perhaps I would do one. It hasn't been explained that the Shinto gods speak English, since Shinto is only in Japan. All these wishes. These beautiful sake barrels are dedicated every year by Japan's sake brewers to show their deep respect for the souls of the Emperor Meiji and Empress Shokin. These barrels are meant to show the gratitude of the sake brewing industry and all the other industries maintaining Japan's traditional culture. So this is Asakusa, and we are going to be going into the temple. And there's the place where they drink the water. This is a very pretty temple, red and gold. Shinto shrines are more simple than the Buddhist, although this looks rather elaborate to me. And it is common to find Buddhist temples and Shinto shrines together. Well, you might as well see that this is also a very busy place. One of the busier shrines in this city. This place is so amazing. It has such a different character than the other. They all have a different character. There's a lot of smoke down there, which isn't, I'm not a fan of smoke. I wouldn't make a very good Shinto. You can see all the people. This is a shoe. There's a story behind this shoe, but I'll have to catch up with that later. These are very deceiving. They look like cookies to me, but Jonathan explained they're rice crackers. They don't really do the same as a cookie for me. This place goes on and on and on and on. It is amazing. It is the Centrex of tacky. I've just told Jonathan I like the sumo wrestlers. We have many, many magnets, but I don't think that's one to pass up. Now I might find a Tokidoki wig in here. Many wigs. We'll see if there's a pink one. Jonathan explained to me that these geisha wigs are $3,000, so I don't think so. And as I said before, on and on and on. And off the main is all these extensions.
They're getting their green tea ice cream.
Ice cream, ooh. Well, we gave up on the food court and we settled on Italy. We've come to Japan to eat pasta. Why not? Here's Jonathan eating his Japanese pasta dinner. Ah, yes. Sansui. Prior to 1868, Tokyo was called Edo. This museum we're visiting today replicates old Edo, from a life-size replica of the bridge called Nihonbashi to elaborately detailed miniatures of daily life. Edo is ruled by shoguns, and shoguns are military dictators. The emperor was just a ceremonial formality and was basically powerless. These miniature exhibits are not only beautiful, but they really show how the people of the time lived, dressed. This is a procession where they love to carry their shrines. This is the original rickshaw that the Japanese invented.
Because they didn't know how to deal with horses.
This is a very impressive piece of it. Obviously a ship, a sail. This depicts the Kabuki theater. Most roles in those days, like other countries, the women were played by men. Oh, I'm misrecording that. Oh, I see. Then the inside shows up. And here's the inside. How wonderful. And then that goes up again. That's a dance hall. They wanted to dance like Westerners. We're waiting for our bus. We're at our final destination. We've just finished our cooking class. No, it wasn't held at McDonald's. We did not learn how to make the Big Mac. But you can see it's very popular. If you can see those people in the window over there. It's a popular place, as always. We haven't been in one yet. That's just a little typical area of Tokyo. Many buildings, many cars. This huge area that you see here is full of people, sometimes dancing, doing all sorts of things in the summer. It's a shame that we're not going to be able to see any of that. This is one of the nicer skylines of Tokyo that I've seen. There's so many vistas, but this is very nice. Many people here proving they've been to Japan by getting their picture taken at the temple. At least that's what our guide told us. That's how everyone who watches this will know. We've come a long way to see this Imperial Palace, but we're not going to be able to see very much of it. It's up there, peeking out. See it? Barely see it? That's as close as we can get, unless it's New Year's Day. Since it's so far away, it's easier to do a movie and zoom in than it is to take a picture. So everybody, this is it. This is the end of our tour, at least for the formal part. Now off Jonathan and I go for Jonathan and Elaine's adventures in Japan. Yes, this accurately depicts all the construction that's going on in Japan. Here's the example of one of the older buildings from about 100 years ago or more. I don't know. And then you have your new buildings. It is a dynamic city. This is the Japanese version of Best Buy. Best Buy before it became Best Buy. It's huge and packed full of merchandise. We are now going downstairs. There are many floors in this place. See, this particular customer uses a motorcycle to get through this store. You've got your tripod section, your camera section. This is one of the few places probably on earth where you can actually see the camera you might want to buy. The selections at Best Buy just aren't as complete as they used to be. A whole section for Casio, section after section of various makes of cameras, and that's just one out of 8 floors. Interested in telescopes? Sometimes I just need a little taste of home. So no matter where I roam, Tokyo, London, Paris, Madrid, this is the place. Starbucks are popular everywhere. In the nation of tea-drinking people, we have many coffee lovers. All these people drinking coffee. We're in the Shibuya train station trying to figure out where to go, but it's really hard when there's nothing in English, or very little. There's a pretty store there to distract me for a minute. Lots of treats. The Olympics is here in 2020, so perhaps by 2020 they'll add some English to the signs, because right now we have no idea which direction to go. And it's really hard to ask people because they don't speak English. Here's a helpful sign. Maybe not. I don't see any English up there, but I have been able to discern a few symbols sometimes. Not right now. At times, windows can be a blessing. Now, we can see where at least we want to get to, which this is our destination. This is a good vantage point to see the intersection. But now we have to figure how to get out. We'll get there. And here is the Tokyo version of the drive-up Starbucks window. Now we're going to go inside. In the States, they have one CD displayed. But in the Starbucks in Shibuya, they have a whole store. Many CDs, not just one. This sign is in multiple languages. Here's a tip for the traveler. When it gets to your language, take a picture. And then, there it is, as Jonathan said. Oops, I gotta take my picture. We're taking a nice stroll through the area. It's good that we came this early on a Saturday morning. It's about just a little after 10 o'clock. So it's not as crowded and we can really enjoy walking without, a lot of interference, especially for my films. In Kyoto, I was having trouble finding makeup. This is just one store in the Shibuya. And believe me, no problem with makeup here. Makeup, soap, perfume, goes on and on. This is well beyond Bed Bath & Beyond. It just winds round and round and round. So now I'm going to see if I can find my way out of here. Oh, at least there's food. I like this vibe bar, and then they also have the duty-free sign right there for you too, with the Wild One vibrators, rotors, many varieties inside. But we're just a little too busy for that today. I don't know if you can hear me, but the Japanese are very organized. See, that's just to indicate that the people are getting off the train. And these are places just to stand to get on the train. Well, they could certainly use that in New York. Continuing our adventure, this is the Omotesando of Tokyo, also known as the Champs-Élysées of Tokyo. Jonathan referred to this as the upscale Starbucks. He'd read about it somewhere. But the odd thing is, Starbucks pastries always look like Starbucks pastries everywhere. That cake looks interesting. Maybe. The barista just told me that the people that work here painted this. It's beautiful. Very lovely. All Starbucks all over the world. And this is a Starbucks garden decorated for Halloween. It's quite a big place. I can imagine when this district is busy, that this is full of people. It's really fun how much they love celebrating Halloween. They really like to dress up and decorate, just like we do in Bethel Park. Yes, I come from Bethel Park. You do? Well, happy Halloween to you. This defines Omotesando. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Chanel. All the rest of the designers are here. It is truly the year of bling. Ah, I love bling. That's really expensive bling. Oh, on to Target. Some people take photographs in the museum, but I definitely think designer bags are an art form. The tour provides quite a few opportunities for Japanese food. But Jonathan and I have chosen, ta-da, the Japanese hamburger. We shall see. So I am getting the cheeseburger and you're getting
Avocado cheeseburger.
ooh, avocado. Excellent choice.
There's a little box with the stuff in. It's a table.
Yes. We first saw these at the fancy hotel in Osaka and we thought, oh, it had something to do with the fancy hotel. But no, everywhere you go, every place, even Italy, and now the hamburger place, they have these nice little boxes to put things in. Ah, the taste of a French fry after 2 weeks or more. No hamburgers, no French fries. Ah, what a moment. And here's my little hamburger. Looks very good. Jonathan is trying to teach me the proper way to eat a hamburger in Japan. In Japan, they provide you a little holder to put your hamburger in. So that'll be, see, I hold it, and I now will be eating it. So excuse me, I must have my lunch. Okay, that meal was $23, an avocado cheeseburger, a cheeseburger, and a beer. Since you don't tip in Japan, then it was actually $23. When I go home, I'll have to see what they're currently charging at BJ's Brew House because that was an excellent hamburger, very tasty. Great beef. Everywhere in Japan, it's customary to show samples of the food, so even the hamburgers, if it's more exotic, it's very helpful. But it's interesting that here we have French toast, the sundae, the coffee, and of course 2 big glasses of beer. We're on the subway, and guess what that means? No phone calls. We're on our way to Shinjuku for a Saturday night. Okay, here we are at Saturday night in Shinjuku. A major place to come and be seen. Major shopping. I just came up the subway and first of all I saw the land of shoes. Whoa, and Jonathan said, keep going. Yes, we have much to cover tonight. Stay tuned. It's really beautiful and busy and bright. It's a great place. Everything's here. Any kind of shops you'd like, shoes, more shoes. I think I'm stuck on the shoes. Well, one thing I can read, but we're not going there. Otherwise, well, some places have words that are familiar. And there we go. Maybe we need a suit. Okay, moving along. Getting through this intersection is really challenging. We still haven't gotten to the famous intersection that you always see with people crossing. We have a little break in the action here. Lovely bananas, and you can buy separate pieces of fruit. $4,500 is $45, just so you know, it's an easy conversion. So, many beautiful $50 for this melon. There are shoe stores everywhere. This is just one little sample. Saturday night shopping everywhere. It just goes on and on and on and on for blocks and blocks. It's amazing. This, I am told, is the main section of Shinjuku. And if you look very closely off in the distance, there is Godzilla. Here he is, peeking out, looking out. Halloween is a big deal in Japan. Here's the checkout. This is Halloween in Japan. Everywhere, many stores. We found the red light district. Well, not really that interesting. It's very subtle. This is the most so I don't know, it's not explicit, but at least you know what they're talking about. This is interesting. I think we'll go see what this is all about. Interesting, like it's a big arcade. Telling Jonathan I could really use a little bit of beer right now. And what do you know, I don't think we're going to go in there. Well, we're now participating in the Japanese Oktoberfest. Jonathan and I have found our beer. They were a little surprised that all we wanted was just our 2 little beers. But it just seems wrong to eat bratwurst in Tokyo. It is a popular place between Halloween and Oktoberfest. They certainly are an international equal opportunity holidays. All right, listen to the music. Well, that looks a little Japanesey, but we just came out of the beer hall with the bratwurst. As Jonathan just pointed out that sign for me. This is a picture of the only trash can in Tokyo. I don't know what happened, but they don't have trash cans. It's very odd. Many shoes. And we're on our way to the subway, so that's kind of interesting. More shoes and more shoes and more shoes. And this is only a piece of the picture. We are now at Ginza, another district. As you can see, this is a fairly upscale and old established shopping area. They've got the Cartier. They've got Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Bulgari, and many more. And yet another Tiffany. How do they ever find enough people to buy all that merchandise? We don't see people running in and out of these stores. The Japanese love waffles. This is a little store with all kinds of waffles, and I think I'm going to get one. They look really good and they smell great. Right next door, here's your Japanese-style dessert. All these very Japanese bean curd sweets. Beautiful little packages of things I don't know what they are, but they look good. Very pretty. So there we have the waffle shop. Long line. And there's your traditional sweet shop. That's busy too. We're at the Beat Diner. That's where we had our hamburger earlier. After all the sushi and fancy beef, it's good to get a salad. One thing we found, it's a little bit hard to find a salad in Tokyo, but we've done it. It's Sunday morning, October 2nd, and I'm waiting for the store to open. I'm told that it's a very impressive opening, that the employees will come and greet their guests at the door. So let's see what happens here. Here comes this lady. Ooh.
毎度ご来店くださいまして誠にありがとうございます。ただいま開店の3分前でございます。 10時30分開店時刻になりますと扉を開けいたしますので、エスカレーターは左手中ほどに、エスカレーターは中央にございます。誠に恐れ入ります。Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mitsubishi Department Store. We will be opening shortly. We appreciate your coming to our store today and hope that we have an enjoyable time with us. If you have any requests or wish to have a map of the store, please approach the information counter. Thank you.
And now the store is officially open. And here go our shoppers, everyone, looking for the blue light specials. The salespeople wait and they bow. And it's so nice and lovely shoes. I'm in the subway and there's one particular sign I should bring to your attention. As this says women only. And so cars that are designated with this symbol mean that are only women, and that's due to groping. Some of these cars get pretty crowded. Now that raises the issue of the, as they call it, cultural differences people. It's our anniversary, and here's this lovely couple having a wedding, pictures taken. They're beautiful. They are lovely. And here's all the photographers doing their thing. Jonathan and I have just had fun selecting our anniversary cake. Jonathan has chosen the delicate and delicious looking berry cake. Moi, I have chosen the mousse au chocolat et la l'orange. This is our last night in Tokyo, and we're going out to have a nice dinner. It's our anniversary. Happy 13th to us. It's a beautiful evening. Finally, we got a sunny day and a beautiful night sky. We're off to dinner, and what do I discover? The Daimaru department store. Now, it seems like they have quite a few scarves in here. Jonathan's looking for the restaurant, but my appetite or my purchasing scarves? What shall I do? We're up on the 12th floor trying to find the restaurant. The problem is the names of the restaurants don't have English lettering, so we had to, luckily, with the pictures, find it that way. There are many restaurants up here. Everywhere I look, there's something unique. These are cakes baking. And this is what they look like when they're cut. They slice them, and then they're packaged to go. There they go. There are numerous food courts in Japan. It's impossible to film them. They're all different. They all have wonderful foods. Again, the Halloween motif. And I should have said Tokyo, not Japan. And beautiful, beautiful desserts. They're so elegant. This is the best I've seen yet. See the apple there. Beautiful, beautiful desserts. This is easier to photograph because I've got the light and the depth and the lack of people, so there you go. It's so colorful. And here they come. Here they come. Here they come. There they go. There they go. It's amazing. All directions. It's a little more organized than I was led to believe. They do follow these lines and crisscross. It's not like everybody's going every direction.
Okie dokie. I am in the men's room at the Mandarin Oriental Hotel. Now, is this the greatest view from a men's room you ever saw in your life? Oh, did you hear that? That was the commode. That was the urinal flushing. There's the sky tree way off in the distance there. That is Tokyo at night from the men's room of the Mandarin Oriental Hotel.
Jonathan finally made his sushi. There you go. Let me see. Whoops.